Welcome. So, you're a Kent Business College apprentice, and you're ready to really master your Level 6 marketing qualification. You are absolutely in the right place. In this explainer, we are going to decode one of the most crucial skills out there, S13, which is all about seeking out opportunities for new business. We're going to cover what it is, how you develop it, and, most importantly, how you prove you've completely nailed it.
Right. It's a great question, isn't it? Because seeking opportunities can mean a lot of things. At a junior level, maybe you'd suggest a new TikTok campaign. But at level 6, oh, you're playing a different game entirely. You have to think like a business leader. It's about finding those big moves that are going to have a real, measurable impact on the company's bottom line, and backing it all up with cold, hard data and some serious strategic thinking.
To really bring this to life, let's follow the story of Jody. She's a marketing manager apprentice, just like you, at a company called Ibis Stores. We're going to see exactly how she tackles this skill, going from feeling a bit unsure to being totally confident, all with a little help from her manager, her mentor, and her coach.
So Jody's journey kicks off in the perfect spot, just figuring out what this skill is all about. She sits down with her line manager, Riedel, to get a really crystal clear definition of what S13 actually means in her day-to-day role.
Riddlist frames this perfectly. She explains that S13 means you have to be part detective, part strategist. You're not just passively collecting information. No, you're out there actively connecting the dots between what's happening in the market, what your customer data is telling you, and what your competitors are up to, all to build this rock-solid case for growth at Ibis Stores.
And this right here, this is what separates a manager from a true business leader. We're moving way beyond just planning marketing tasks. This is about commercial judgment. Like, can you sniff out a profitable idea from a mile away and know which ones are going to be a waste of money? It's about strategic thinking. Does this shiny new opportunity actually fit with our 5-year plan? This is where you prove you can add to real sustainable growth.
Riddle really drives this home for Jody. This isn't just some nice-to-have skill on your CV. It's absolutely essential for survival. I mean, think about it. In today's market, if you're not growing, you're basically shrinking. Mastering S13 is how the marketing team stops being seen as just a cost center and becomes the engine that drives the entire business forward.
Okay, so Jody gets the theory, but how does she actually do it? Well, this is where her mentor, Adam, comes in. His job is to bridge that gap between knowing what to do and knowing how to do it, using a real-life project.
Now, Adam doesn't just give Jody a bunch of advice. He gives her a real, tangible project to sink her teeth into. Ibis Stores thinks there might be something in the sustainable home goods market. So, Jody's task is to lead that initial exploration, and Adam gives her a clear, structured framework so she's not just fumbling in the dark.
Honestly, this framework is pure gold. This isn't just for one project. It's a repeatable blueprint that Jody can use for her entire career. It gives her this logical path, taking her from that first little spark of an idea she finds in the data, all the way to a full-blown go-to-market strategy. It's the roadmap that turns what if into here's how.
And this slide just shows that professional marketers, well, they don't rely on gut feelings. Jody is using a proper toolkit here, a gap analysis to find a need that no one else is meeting, customer segmentation to know exactly who she's talking to, and risk assessment to be ready for any bumps in the road. This is how you turn messy, raw data into a clean, powerful strategy.
All right, so Jody's done all the hard strategic work. But for her apprenticeship, doing the work is only half the battle. Now her coach, Olivia, steps in to help with the final and, honestly, the most crucial piece, proving it. This means documenting everything perfectly for her APTM portfolio. That's the system that tracks all her progress and evidence.
Olivia's advice here is absolutely key. Show, don't just tell. The assessors who are looking at your portfolio, they don't want to read a diary of your thoughts. They need to see cold, hard evidence of your strategic process, the reports, the spreadsheets, the presentations that prove you made a real commercial contribution.
Okay, think of this table as your ultimate cheat sheet. It draws a straight line from the work you do every day to the exact evidence you need for your portfolio. So you did some market research? Boom, that becomes your opportunity analysis report. You pitched the idea to your boss? That's your stakeholder presentation. It's all about creating a paper trail that leaves zero doubt about your impact.
And finally, the reflective commentary. Look, if the evidence is the what, the commentary is the why. This is your chance to tell the story behind the documents. Why did you pick this opportunity and not another one? How did you weigh the risks? What was the actual financial return you projected? This is where you get to narrate your entire strategic journey. So, We're at the final hurdle, the endpoint assessment, or the EPA. This is the last big stage of the apprenticeship, and it involves a professional discussion with an independent assessor. Jody's got all her evidence. Now Olivia helps her get ready to talk about it confidently and clearly, even under pressure.
Olivia kicks off with a classic opener. What the assessor really wants to know here is this: is your process for finding opportunities structured and deliberate, or are you just kind of waiting for inspiration to strike? They want to see the method.
And then, the follow-up question digs deeper. This is where they separate the good ideas from the great business cases. The assessor is testing your commercial smarts. Can you prove that an opportunity isn't just interesting, but that it's actually profitable and fits with the company's strategy?
And there it is, a distinction-level answer. Let's just break down why this is so good. First, she states her process. I actively scan data. Simple. Second, she gives a concrete example for the sustainable goods project. And finally, she ties it all directly to business impact, supported revenue growth. It's that simple. Process, example, impact. That is the formula for success.
So, through this whole process, Jody has completely transformed. She's not just an apprentice anymore. She's a strategic marketing manager who can drive real business growth. And the great thing is, you now have the exact same roadmap she used to master skill S13. So the only question left is, what's the first opportunity you're going to go out and tackle at your company?